A lot of the families in this neighborhood, they work a lot, 10, 12 hours a day. Well, I remember coming home to an empty house because my dad was working, my mom was working, and kids get bored.
Youth, specifically younger ages, teenagers, need to develop an identity. And given that we're coming from a neighborhood that has been identified as low income, at risk, a lot of youth don't get a lot of those after school opportunities.
Trying to get the kids to get out the street and do something good with their life.
This isn't just a boxing gym, this is a place where they can develop an identity of work ethic, of discipline, of excellence. This is Chicago Youth Boxing Club. It's a little boxing gym in the basement of a church.
We teach them conditioning, we teach them how to defend themselves, discipline.
We've been located here since 2006. The organization began more as an off-the-street club, and we began to notice as the years went by that it isn't enough to just get kids off the street. We have to build them into leaders and people who will eventually give back to their community.
All the kids and adults here, they teach us to get away from the streets, try better things, like without violence.
Kids will see fighting as brutish after they've been within the gym for a while.
Before I even started boxing at 18, I had a lot of street fights. And when I started boxing and I started learning, I was like, I'm not gonna get into no more fights for my own safety. I don't want to hurt nobody.
They're teaching people how to fight, but smart kids will not use it outside.
There's like Raul, he has never gotten into a street fight since he started boxing.
Instead of going out and causing problems, it's better to leave your anger in here and punch it in the bag or anything.
This neighborhood is kind of, I don't want to say all that bad, but it is kind of bad with violence and gang members.
My school, my neighborhood, it's all full of gangs, and I decided not to mess with that and get away from that.
We're often represented as a community filled with violence, and the reality is, yes, there is violence, but it is the loud minority of this community.
Well, I live in this neighborhood, so my mission is to fix up this neighborhood. Little by little, if it takes 1 or 2 kids per year, we're still helping.
I don't have friends at school, but when I come to CIBC, I feel like like a different person, I'm always talking to people, always talking with the coaches.
Sejal her whole family been in this gym. We've known them for about 3-4 years. She's actually been living in the neighborhood her whole life. She's gone through bad, good.
When I get out of school, I just come directly here.
You tattooed her? Are you serious?
I don't bother to go anywhere else except getting a bite to eat, and that's it.
She goes to a school in the community, and she has just grown so much since she began. She's confident in speaking. She's confident in who she is as an individual. This place has really allowed her to have a platform for which she can grow. I think the greatest effect is that youth are developing healthy relationships with adults who truly care about them and want the best for these kids, right? So youth feel that they fit in.
I see them as my coach, I see them as a friend. They're cool, we could talk to them if we had problems or anything.
Make it work, win this round. Win this round. Come on, Al, get out there. Turn them. No, not.
The kids tell me stuff, like if I could try to help them, stuff that they don't tell their own parents because they're scared.
All right, you're too close to them. You gotta give yourself space.
We're like the parents away from home. have to go to school. We get report cards. You know, the report cards got to be good for them to be able to go participate in tournaments. Every month, we take a group of kids. We go to college tours.
Some of our kids will go on to do great things in boxing, but we do know one thing, that all of our kids will go on to life. So we want them to be prepared for life in the ring and outside the ring.
Well, I grew up boxing since I was 8 years old.
Raul comes to the gym 5 days a week. He's all about boxing, about school and boxing.
I thought a lot about my future. I really don't know what I'm gonna study for college, but my dream is to become a professional boxer. Like if that doesn't work out, I'm gonna finish college first and then try to get into professional boxing.
Fighting out of the ring.